2P Productions presents Adventure Polaris. It's March 2018, by the way, so it's been 7 months since this Polaris had any work done on it. She hasn't let me down, she hasn't broken down, she hasn't broken anything, so far so good. She's been a very, very reliable unit. Thank you. Go and enjoy. Welcome to Adventure Polaris. In this video you're going to see me doing engine oil change, transmission oil change and front on demand. My Polaris requires servicing every 100 hours. This is a 50-hour service. I've halved it. She's had a really hard life over the winter, and she did spend nearly 7 hours out in a blizzard one evening. So I thought, it's only fair, it's a nice afternoon, I'm going to change all the fluids. And I know in the video I did say, because I was only doing a 50 hour, I wasn't going to change the oil filter. But after I'd recorded all the video footage and locked her up in the workshop overnight, I decided for the extra 5 minutes before I went out and did my test ride the following morning, I did eventually change the oil filter. So I have changed it, mainly for my peace of mind, because I did have one left, so I've got to get some more oil filters now. But just in case you were wondering, I have changed the oil filter. Enjoy the video. Some of it's done in time-lapse, some of it's video, so go ahead, enjoy. First thing I'm doing is just removing any debris around the drain pin. First thing I've cracked there is the engine oil drain, using 6mm Allen quarter drive ratchet. Right, let's get this 50-hour-old oil out of the Polaris. For once I've not lost the drain plug or the washer. That oil is quite clean. It's been in there 50 hours. Whilst that's draining, time for a cup of coffee. Right, the oil's all drained out now, and I'm just going to clean the sump plug of any debris and get ready to reinstall. One thing you don't want to lose is this washer. You don't want it going into the oil drain pan, because I did that once, lost it and didn't realise. I'm reusing this washer now. It's the last time I'm going to reuse it. It's been used, this is the second use it's had. Next time it gets changed. So we've finished dripping. Well, let's get the drain tin out of the way for a bit. And go and stick the there. You have to be really careful not to strip this out. So if you just put it back in and just finger tight it. And there is a specific torque setting for it, but I'm afraid I don't know it offhand, and I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to use feel. So, nip, that's all it's getting, is a nip. That's all it needs, a little nip. Right. Oh, it's so nice to be working on my lift. I've got a lot more clearance under there, a lot more height. Acorn. No, that never came out the engine. That's fallen out of the sump pan. Out of the bash plate underneath the engine. Now's a good time to get your book out and check all your quantities. I know this one takes 1.9 litres of oil, but you should always just double check, because depending on the model, whether it's an international or an American spec, sometimes fluid levels vary because they're doing the transmission. This is an international and it takes less fluid than the American one. And also, whilst I'm in my book, my oil changes are due every 100 hours. This is a 50 hour. So it tells me at 100 hours change the oil and filter. Because I'm in between services, I'm going to specify I'm at 50 hours, not 100. I'm only changing the oil. I'm not touching the oil filter on this change. So my next thing is just put oil back into the engine, check for leaks and run it back up. So let's go up above. Remove the net so it's out the way. I'm going to check the O-ring, that's okay. I'm going to put 2 litres of oil in it. And before anybody comments, no, I'm not putting antifreeze in the engine, it's just a 2 litre container I keep specifically for doing this. I'm going to say that'll do. Reinstall Mr. Oil Cap. And see if she runs. Get in here now. Transmission fluid next. Before I take the drain plugs out, I always crack the fill plug. And the fill plug is here on this particular Polaris. The drain plug is underneath. See, I've already cracked it. I won't take it out until I've got the drain plug out, otherwise the oil just comes out in one dollop. Under here. don't want to get this stuff on your hands, it stinks. And it's bloody filthy. When you pull your drain plug out, just inspect the O-ring, and there will always be a little bit of magnetic debris on the plug, so it always happens. It's the magnet's there and it's designed to catch it, and it does. So just check your O-rings in good condition, make sure there's no debris trapped in it. Right, that's ready to go back in when it's finished draining. I'm happy with that. Same goes for your filler plug. Oil smells good still, it hasn't got burnt up or anything. Check your O-rings, if they need replacing, replace them. If not, just use common sense. Do not forget to put your drain plugs in before you start filling it with oil, otherwise you'll be there forever. And do make sure everything's clean around where the drain plug goes. And these are on O-rings, not copper washers, so again, just nip. Nip them up and just tweak them. That's all I need. No more than that. I've never known one of these drain plugs to come loose. Ever. And when you fill these up, you fill them up till the oil just starts to dribble out of the top of the drain hole. I'm going to get some gear oil sorted now and fill her up.